There we go. It's live. Check if the audio is functioning and stuff like that. Go check that, Legendary.
I need to check.
Yeah.
Still offline.
I can check. I can check.
Where's Headgrot?
We're live.
Head Grot's lurking
Yes,
around.
stream is on. Yeah.
I don't know, but I only see grasslands.
Yep.
Great Grassy.
Yep. Welcome to the Great Grass Sea. Let's see here. We're gonna plonk you to where you're supposed to be. And force players to current map.
Dual reach.
Yes. Where you left last time.
Oh yeah.
By the way, we need to move a certain person to the edge of the map for reality's sake. On the shower, you can follow him. We start. Oh, we left off last time when you saw him running away, so you can.
Yeah, well, basically, the second he starts running away, Nishar turns around and is also gone.
Oh.
Yes. Let's see here.
She's not going to stay there after what she saw.
First off, recap.
Yes.
Because I believe there was something. I do believe Casimir did some rolling after everyone left.
I am the best history roller apparently.
Bro,
Last
he carries
session.
the book in his mind.
Yep. Now go ahead and retell what you heard, what you learned.
Oh no.
So you want them to not know what they're heading into?
No,
I want them to take their notes.
fuck, I forgot names though.
Right.
Bro, that's where your notes come in.
No. One Eye, Black Hand, Man Eater.
Yeah, the
Three of
black then. Yeah.
And now explain what this means.
Yes.
So these are named like Foragian warlords.
Yep. They are
Those are for Varangian warlords, which are named ones and have like the
yeah, you cut out
are
there.
yeah, they're fucking dangerous as hell.
Yep.
They live on the Varangian Isles and there are like 4 sides to it. And the north is like dangerous as fuck, where the Varangians itself are like afraid of, and there lives one of those 3.
Vedar the Man-Eater.
Yeah, the Man Eater, and you have the One Eye, who's like the one who keeps the laws, right?
Yep. Igrim One Eye.
Yeah, and Black Hand, who could be here because of where he lives.
It
But
would
there's
be
also
Haldor
not.
the Black.
Yeah, Hodor the Black, and there's also one other who could be here because of the location. But
Yeah.
that was One Eye 2, right?
Yeah, you guessed that, but at the same time, One Eye would. You're not sure One Eye would actually leave the island.
Yeah, because he's like, he's like with a band of who are like paladins or some shit, basically.
Yeah,
The
you could say
Varangian
the
magic.
closest thing Varagians have to paladins is what he leads.
Yeah, and he follows the law which the Varangians have, and if you break it, you fucked up with him.
Yeah.
Was this a good recap?
Uh,
This was 2 weeks ago, though.
Yep.
Right?
It's acceptable.
Zero notes.
Yep, and that's
Wow.
why you take notes in the future.
Time to get name.
Yeah, time to get yourselves a block of paper and a pen.
Black Hand.
The black.
If
Not the
I
black
was
hand.
you, I wouldn't use paper and just make a Google Docs with the 4 of you and just like start making.
That
a
is what
wiki.
references is for in the Banished Boys Discord. Or rather in your channel.
Well,
What-
yeah,
what-
but you cannot make headers in that. So navigation, like the Google Docs we use, it would be very good for them if they can use the navigation feature that we have.
No, you can.
Yeah.
In search, and then like
Yeah, you
search
can
up.
just search.
That is true.
As long as you just don't spam the
It's
references
your
with a bunch of
problem. You need to
memes.
fix it.
What were the 3 names? You only know their titles.
You can also make it a
the three names you know
A threat
is
instead of a channel.
the three names you know is Igrim One Eye, Vedar the Man-Eater, and Haldar the Black.
What's wrong
Vadar?
with these guys?
Vadar?
Vedar.
I'm butchering these
Darth
names.
So
Vader?
it's essentially it's Vader, but you switch E and A.
Maybe you
Vader.
should write it down, but because they
That's how
butchered
the
Gale
spelling is.
Romero as well.
No, I have it.
Yeah. Well, yes, who those are? Varagian named men. That is essentially Varagians who have earned enough infamy and such things that they pretty much have laid claim to their specific names. There's no one else that have that nickname. Because anyone who tries to have that nickname would have to fight them for it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a bad idea.
Yeah, generally a fucking bad idea to try and do that. Because they kind of different weight class. These are like the most infamous of them all. The biggest, the baddest, the strongest.
Which isle does Haldor live? Like which northeast, southwest?
Which direction was Haldor? So I think it was western Baragian it was.
And then you have Vadar, who is
Vedar is northern.
he's where all those creatures are.
Yeah, the north is where the things that the Varagians fear live.
Yes, and then Ingrim.
Igrim is... Fuck if anyone knows where the fuck he was.
Somewhere, I'm gonna.
He's outlived people who knew.
He's on this planet.
Sounds cool.
Like, he's on the Isle, and it's pretty much just respect that old man because he's an old goddamn Varagian.
What's that saying?
It's pretty much saying
fear
that
the man.
Well,
Yeah.
they
that
don't
lives
die
to
of
be
old age usually. Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
essentially, the Varagian mortality rates tend to be about 80% violence, 19% other stuff, 1% guess natural cause.
Okay, what's that saying? Fear the old man
If
in
fear
a
those who have
profession where
grown
the
old.
young
Yeah.
die early.
Fear the old in
Or
a profession that where the
most
men
die young. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
All right. So, in session recap now, this is all shit that Casimir learned after when he made some godly history rolls, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, the man is a historian, yeah? Remember that.
Pretty much. Like it's more or less. He like this sort of shit. This looks like a fucking like this shit right here. This looks like a fucking plunderbug.
Wanted to just say it.
Yeah.
What's a plunderbug?
Like
Plunderbug.
where your like family got famous for like noble title, where
Yeah.
they just go to one place and fuck everything up. Like think of Russian scorch earth tactic to everything and everywhere.
It's
Okay.
essentially Orc Wa you could compare it to.
And who does that? The Varangians. The
Yeah, the
Vagarians.
Varagians does that.
Well, that makes sense. Then why do they destroy everything?
Why
Yeah.
not?
No, it's pretty
Like
much.
think of the
Because they
Ironborn.
feel like it, bro.
They're like the chaos from Warhammer.
Yes, and the orcs like fighting.
They
They
just
really
want to
like
watch
fighting.
the world burn. Is that it?
Yep.
Essentially.
That makes.
That's
That
what they
makes
live for, bro.
Okay, I can get that. I can take that. Sure.
Yeah, they kind of seem like Varagians. They're violent by nature, plain and simply.
And who are their gods?
Well, the one that they seem to worship the most of all, that's Utir.
U tier.
Yes, it's a goddess, in fact.
Okay.
A
And what's she
goddess
like some
shared.
dark?
No, it's a
Uh-huh.
goddess shared by the ice giants or frost
Okay.
giants, rather. Oh, what the fuck? Was it ice or was it frost? Let's see. I would double check here. I've forgotten my giants a little bit. There. Giants. Yeah, it's frost giants. It's called. Yeah. It's the frost giants goddess, whom they worship as well.
Mhm.
And the
Oh,
frost
look, it's
giants
better.
kind of just go, "What the fuck you doing? You're worshiping her wrong."
I heard Volok is better than the Zulfir. Did you hear that too?
References.
Yeah.
I'm just writing shit now.
You're our lore master, the official lore master.
Yep. You have you have volunteered to do the note taking now.
Yeah.
All right. So we were recapping, yeah. So basically, after some shenanigans in the Kaolan capital, you finally decided to take matters into your own hands and see what all the fuss in Durich is about. The local garrison commander, he gave you one of his lieutenants to accompany him. You all know him as Gale. Gale, always.
Gil.
He's our bro.
Yep.
He's your bro indeed.
Yeah, he's
Together
this-
you traveled to Durich, and when you crested the final hill before the Valley of Durich, you saw something that could very well be a Plundervaart.
Yeah.
At that moment, Gil was like, fuck no, turned his horse around and headed back to Archport as fast as he could. That's where we left off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's looking fucking bad over there. It's looking real goddamn bad.
So, Gale is urging his horse to go faster, and meanwhile you're just stood there. What we're gonna do now, boys?
No, basically at the moment that Gil started running and I just saw what was down there, I also turned around.
We
Yeah.
all just go back to the city then. Let's do
It's
that.
basically
Yeah,
like,
we all
oh,
go
Gil's getting away. I see what's in front of us. I'm not staying here.
Yeah.
Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, we all agreed
you,
on that.
You
I think
run
last time.
after Gale.
I will
All
gather your party before you venturing forth.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way,
Exactly.
Gil has art now. Notice Gil's art. He's amazing.
Let's see the art. Wow, he's a man. Impressive.
By
Shit.
the way, I think I was still there with those history rules. I think I also
Yeah,
knew
some
one
people were
name,
there, but not everyone.
but I think I also knew one named one, but he's probably not even here. He's
oh,
way
yeah.
too.
Yeah,
He's way
they-
too in a different continent.
Yeah,
Right.
like you remember.
Also-
I don't think
sorry.
you actually managed to get the name, but you remember that, like, pretty much the only interaction
Yeah.
you kind of have, or Ind has generally with Varagians, have been the Varagian Guard.
Yeah.
Which was in the
Alright.
birthplace of Ariana.
Yeah,
Scarab.
over in Ind.
Yeah, I'm not writing that though.
This is Gil, by the way. This is his full art. Not made by Bev. Got to be honest about that. It's inspiration.
One.
So it's not his art; it's his inspiration.
That's a Zweihander.
Yes.
It's
This
the reference that.
It's a Flamberg.
He's well armed.
That's the
I
reference
still
was given.
beat him in a 1v1 though.
You
Let's
did?
go.
Fuck your ass.
I
Now
won that
I
time.
will just. Let's see here. Go ahead and put you on this new little map here.
Bev, nice.
Whoop.
I didn't know you had that.
Go.
It's still loading for me.
You are currently moving at your full speed. towards Archport.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you have kind of catched up to Gale, by the way, so you can talk to him if you want.
Like, how long did it take to go there again? I was like,
The travel from Archport to Dewreach on horseback while you're not running like crazy takes about 8 hours.
Oh.
So I would say when running like crazy, you can maybe get it down to 6.
yeah.
Double pace, probably 4 years.
Yeah, let's just go as fast as possible. Yeah.
Well, then you just tire your horse out. So
Yeah. But if
That's
we
not far.
arrive, the horses can rest when we arrive.
Yeah, and we'll take other horses. That's like common practice. I hope we can change in the stables.
All right, so it takes you 4 hours. You're about 2.5 to 3 hours along the 4 hours that it will take you right now.
Yeah, so on those lines.
Perfect. Did someone sleep on the horse and get a short rest?
4 hours. Pretty hard to.
Bro, after
do
what
that.
you've just seen.
We do those hour naps, we don't care.
Yeah. Kind of
Uh,
difficult to gallop and nap at the same time, but I think it might be possible if you're like the riders of Genghis Khan or something.
Yeah,
All
sad
right.
enough you're not.
So, are we continuing, or do you want to have?
Let's continue.
Okay.
Let's
You
Let's
just
get to
riding
the
on
barrel,
Archport,
let's
no
get to the-
talking, nothing.
No, we're all just shocked from the fucking what we saw. You know?
All right.
Traumatized even.
Well, I guess we need to get to Archport then. But
Yeah.
well, that was a quick use of the road map.
No, we ain't done here. We ain't fucking done. You start to move a bit forward, and I want perception checks from everyone involved. You are now about half an hour from Archport.
Perception.
Perception.
How was it we did that again?
You click on your character.
Aha.
Fuck!
Yep, Ariana knows everything.
I've got a passive perception of 17, so in my hearing and my the sight of the corners
And
of my
jog
eye,
bag.
I saw things.
Jogbag found a rock.
Bro,
It's a rock.
bro, he's about
Look
to
at
miss
him.
the tree right in front of him.
I'm in a disarray.
Jock knows that
Jogbag, right? Ooh, a tree.
Jogbag
knows the road is made out of road.
Yeah.
Jogbag sees rock. Jogbag is mesmerized by rock.
Well, that will be a 1 though.
Pretty much.
All right.
I think that.
So,
For a guard, Gale is blind for a guard though.
Yeah.
I can see how he rolled, but he tends to roll shit when we test him.
Yeah,
He
it rolled
rolled
a
shit.
4. You just hover over the number.
Bro, the first 10 attacks I rolled with Gil, he all missed.
Well,
so he's shit at roll.
His bonus is literally
hold up
higher
here
than
now.
his roll.
Because as you start to Nanishara, you hear something up ahead. You hear a marching of several feet. And grunting, groaning, and general just the sound of pissed off people marching, more or less, is the easiest way to describe it.
That's very specific. Okay.
Is it literally
rolled a
marching,
22, bro.
or is it just?
Well, you also start to see towards. Thankfully, before they have spotted you, look to your left.
I say to the guys, quickly get off the road right now.
Scroll over to the left, everyone, and you will see what the hell is going on.
It's basically just at the moment she spots it, she steers the horse into the forest.
Not into the tree, I hope.
No, into the forest. As
Okay.
far as possible. So she keeps riding on.
It's a woman?
Charles, a woman, yes.
What?
Or like you're describing yourself in the third person? Okay, that's kind of...
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, his character.
I'd rather you make like a feminine voice and say
Oh,
it's you. You know?
sorry.
Well,
Yeah,
he
that's
does
much
that
better.
sometimes.
It's hard to keep on, okay?
Yes, and well,
All right, now they're basically in everyone's vision now, so you all can see what's happening.
yeah.
At least they're in Gale's vision. Let's keep it at that.
Yes. Also, Nishara, quick history check from you with advantage here.
Right. Quick. There is no advantage button, right?
There's no advantage
Two
button.
rolls, two
No,
rolls.
so you have to roll twice. Thankfully, you have advantage.
Good thing
Yes.
you rolled
I
twice.
think I've got advantage.
Yes. Now, Nishara, this here, that's in the armor. That's that stuff's royal armor for the Hobgoblin Sultanate. That style of armor, that's from the Royal Guards.
Hmm.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun,
So-
dun.
Dun, dun.
It seems the one you had some inclination, inkling of, that you heard something. It seems they are here too. It
She
would.
spurs her horse on even harder.
Yes,
just
indeed.
That
That
tries
would
to
make
get
noise.
as far as possible. No, but she rides into the woods.
Indeed.
Yeah, I know. You need to dodge branches and such, but to make it as hard as possible to follow. And it's a horse, so the horse will find a way. She basically lets the horse take the course away from it.
Yes, it would now seem that roads ain't safe no more. And do think about the direction of your enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Where did they come from?
Archport.
What direction was that exactly?
We never told them.
We have no map by Big Man.
Yeah, but it's
you
more-
have a native with you, so ask him.
And also the fact that they came from the left, you came from the right,
Yes.
Yeah.
and you're heading towards the left.
Oh, I'm closest to. Wait, I go to. Which city did they come from?
That's the road to Archport. We just rode down that road.
Okay.
I'm quiet in disbelief. Shit.
Did Archport fall then? Let's go check it out.
Well, Gale is pretty much he's like dead centered on the things marching because he hasn't seen them from up close yet.
Yeah.
So he's gathering intel. Yeah. So what are these things? He's like really paying attention to armor, weaponry, and shit.
You
So he's not really in
that.
talkative
It's funny
mood
because
right now.
those passing through look, especially the one on front, looks completely different from what he has seen.
Yeah, from what you've seen also.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like
Gale
going-
hasn't seen any Varagians up close.
Nishara hasn't said anything. She just kept going on.
Yeah, but it seems
Yeah.
like there's scuffles going on
Oh, fuck's sake.
among the dregs as well.
At least at a certain point, she stops moving as she feels she is in a safe distance.
Yeah, they seemed very much distracted by themselves. Fucking hell.
Gale asks, very worried but not especially scared, what are those things? Note that he says things, not people.
Fuck. Can
No
we
one
beat them?
gonna answer?
Wait, what did you say?
Gale asks what those things are.
Oh, I go to Gil and say, those are the things which attacked our ship. They're like the things we have encountered on the ship, and they're like pretty strong. Those ones in armor are like stronger than the ones in the back, of course. But that
We need
one
to
I've-
ambush them. We need to ambush them. We can't let them do a reach. We need to take a prisoner for interrogation.
But
Dang,
we're
you-
kind of outnumbered. Little
And
bit.
outnumbered.
You wanna face that? You wanna face that?
As you see that two of them have started to fight each other,
Oh,
and they
perfect.
are fighting weapons out.
They're distracted. We should hit them now.
Why don't we just
And-
send Ariana to shoot an arrow at them?
No, then the whole column will come to us. I
But
say.
they'll maybe think in the confusion that it's like one of their own. You know what I mean?
Don't
Yes,
think
one of-
the. No.
They are not carrying any
Wait.
ranged weapons.
As far as
then
you
we're
can
screwed.
see, there's no ranged weapons, but these seem to just be cheering it on. These just kind of start moving forward to have a look at what the. And just like, hey, time. A couple of them even seem to be throwing bets over who's gonna win. When the one that seems to be the commander just goes.
Let's shoot the commander. Oh, he
and
got
grows
bigger.
in size.
Oh,
Drops.
he giant by himself.
Alright, so.
And-
Meanwhile, Gale has moved up a bit and is clearly posturing and wants to attack them. When he sees the Varagian guard doing his thing, he goes pale and he's like, "Oh fuck!"
A quick question though. What is Artorias doing?
I am just watching.
He wants to
A
die.
bit too close, maybe.
Get closer.
That was a bit on the close side there.
Only Ariana can get so close. She is the leaf.
You don't spot Ariana any. You don't spot Nishara anymore.
Yeah, Nishara
You
says.
only see her horse. You don't spot her anymore.
Nishara has stealthed off.
Nishara
wants that.
became John Cena.
Yeah, you.
Nishara
Let's not
basically-
follow that.
Yes, the guard just brings down his axe and crushes both of them.
Nice.
Crushes
Fine.
like that.
Like fucking
Yes.
dead, mate.
Let's watch them. Let's wait until they kill each other and then strike at the best moment.
Go dart! Raw! And, well, the rest of them just. They got what he was saying, and it's back the fuck in line.
Ah, is it time to strike now then?
If you want to try and go with
Gil
the
has
Varagian
unsheathed-
guard.
Only two. That's
Gale
like-
has unsheathed his sword. Meanwhile,
I say I go to kill. I already turned to him. That's base. I say, don't do it. Don't.
And they start to wander off.
Moment that Gil is basically next to me, but without him spotting me, I just stop him.
Sounds smart thing to do. Because that's way too many foes to fight alone. Not to mention what just occurred there.
Basically, you all did not see me going here. You haven't seen me there. Basically, only Gil sees me now because I'm physically stopping him.
Yeah.
You were a
why
part
are
of
you
the tree.
stopping me? We need to attack them.
You don't. So you want to die?
No, of course I don't want to die. What would you make? We can take them.
No, we can't.
Let's go. Fuck it. I'm with Gale. Let's fucking end them.
Oh, they're already gone. So that.
They're you're,
Oh.
if you were to start running after them,
Well,
sure you could catch up to them.
Wait.
But meanwhile, Gale and Nishara are arguing some more, and in the meantime, they just marched on, so they are out of range now, Beb, right?
That was a quick
Yep.
march.
Yeah.
Like if you want to go, you could catch up to them.
Nah, but
I don't recommend it at all.
Surprise advantage.
Well, Gale finally admits that to Nishara that it's a bad idea. He looks down the road and he sees the last of the Varangians turn the next corner, and he goes like, "At least let me check out those corpses."
That's fucking
I
cool.
agree.
I'm
Pick.
Fine by me.
I go with him.
I do it as well.
All right.
Me
This
too.
is investigation.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Gale cannot find a weapon even.
I mean, weapons, sure, he can find those. That's like
19. Let's go.
like they were quite literally trying to slash and stab each other with them.
Bro, I was like, Gale rolls so low he can barely find the weapons.
I mean,
That's-
sure,
Well,
they
what
have
about-
kind
what
of more or
about
less
Nishara
been
then?
splattered.
Nishara needs to
It
roll.
was a joke, Beb. It was
Yeah.
a joke.
Nishara needs to roll.
Yeah, who wish to roll?
Nashara is keeping a watch around.
Yeah.
So I rolled the highest as a 19.
Yes.
Yes.
What do I find?
Gale looks at Casimir and he says, "What do you make of this?"
Well,
Obviously, they got crushed.
yeah, they are pretty much split head to groin. He has slashed the two of them with a single strike.
I take out my gloves, put them on,
Mhm.
take both weapons, and say, "We're gonna need these ones
Mhm.
if we're gonna mount the defense."
Gale looks at.
What the fuck?
The fuck was that? That
Just
was
like-
Baron's work scared, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Say hi to the kid for me.
Sure.
Yeah, the weapons that these two were carrying are pretty rudimentary hand axes and shields. The shields have been crushed.
And the hand axe not?
The hand axes were still okay, but
I go to Gil and say, "Your blacksmith doesn't make me better than these. I can comfort. I can say this."
I mean,
Gil doesn't really pay attention to that
let's see,
remark.
with
And
the
he's
actual
really just looking at the bodies in full horror as to what they are and how they died.
yeah, keep in mind these two tower over most of you. Only Jogbag is on par in size with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering, like, comparing their axes with mine, like is it better or worse?
Yours it's essentially the same, I would say. Like, let's see here. I don't think any one of you really have any. It would actually probably be Nishara that would need to do a specific investigation roll on them to figure this particular thing out.
Well, the Shara is keeping watch, so
Yeah.
they have to bring it to her.
Yeah.
To
With
figure it
19
out.
Weapons.
Yeah, about the weapons here. Actually, with a 19 and you are ace, all things considered. Whilst the craftsmanship is not anything special, the actual metal is quite good. It's essentially pretty rough, shoddy craftsmanship with really good materials.
Ooh. I say, I look at it, like hold it with my hand.
It's essentially if a skilled blacksmith got to work with that sort of iron, they'd be able to make some pretty decent weapons or armor.
I say, like, perhaps the blacksmith in town, if he can, would like resmelt this and like make it better.
Yeah, reforge it to like
Yeah,
make
reforging.
a better weapon or perhaps a very decent armor.
Not enough metal for armor.
Yeah,
Perhaps
no,
shins.
It depends on which part.
Perhaps
helmets.
shins or like an.
Gauntlets, that sort of thing can work, like potentially at least.
But I
Just a question: how big are they actually?
How
In
big they
size?
are?
Yeah.
I mean, they're hand axes for
Oh, I meant
Varangians.
the Varangians.
Yeah, the Varangians. They're over 2 meters.
They're bigger than
So-
Joe.
No, they are roughly the
No,
same size as Jogbag.
just in feet.
Yeah, that's
So,
8 feet.
8 feet.
They are roughly around the 8 feet.
So they are basically
They are around the
They're
size
one
of
head taller
orcs
than
and
8 feet.
Yeah.
They are 240.
yeah,
Shit.
they're around the sizes of orcs and Goliaths.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
They are also they're quite visibly they have a very powerful build. So to
Can
speak.
we?
Like they are
well-
strong. They're physically strong. And even
they're-
these that are quite like they appear to be more towards the younger side of Varangians, you would guess. Like these are relatively fresh. So to
Are
speak.
there like recognizable features or some shit?
Well, it's the standard Varangian traits of more or less having traits from almost every race. And certain traits like slightly, like very shortened elven ears, quite hairy like dwarves, big like Goliaths, similar skin color.
So in other words, they're like a crossbreed of every possible race.
Essentially, it's more or less like what would happen if you just had a pot blended in all the races, stirred it for a few hundred generations, and then you get that.
Wait. Bab,
But something else too. Yep.
could I like history roll if I know this is if someone made this race like Hellmark?
Roll if you like. If there's any story like that, like you can roll a history check. If anyone would have.
My history didn't go this.
This time it didn't. It wasn't on your side. Well, like you don't know. No one really knows the history of the Varangians. They have pretty much always been there. Like ever since the enemy from beyond the stars were banished away from Vard. Like the Varangians were there then. The Varangians are there now.
Alright, I say we could take one of these bodies back for research and shit and show
Dog bag.
the true.
Yeah, I will definitely
You're
carry
up.
that.
You take one of those bodies. You can carry that with your horse. Wait, can the horse carry Jock back though?
With the two of them, poor fucking animal, no.
Or horse.
I go to
I'm
the.
not gonna suffer.
I
No,
look at the
no,
Shara.
No. What I'm doing is I put the body on the horse and I will run because
Yeah.
I do have some athletics.
Yeah, you do have
You have
athletics,
long
and
legs.
you also have some stuff for you to do. That sort of stuff, actually. Like
Wonderful.
Rage.
not rage, but his equipment actually does give him some
Oh,
bonus stuff.
but then I say we need to go back to Archport and not follow this road because there could be more patrols.
Gale agrees with you and heads back to his horse.
So we grab one body plus the weapons.
Yes,
Yes.
Who grabs
some
the
Richard-
weapons?
I do.
All right. Write up in your note that you have 2 hand axes.
2 Varangian hand axes.
It's the
Not
same.
just hand axes.
It's essentially the same in terms of stats and stuff like that. You can add that it's Varangian hand axes. I will delete one of these to represent that you take him with you. And the other one's left to rot on the road.
Nishara drags it to the side of the road and
Alright.
hides behind some bushes.
Right? He's hidden behind bushes.
Or at
Nice.
least hidden
Out
out
of
of
the way.
sight.
This is
He's
Uh, this is some fucking Witcher type, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, taking weapons. to sell.
hold on. Have we just committed war crimes by sacrificing the bodies?
Are there war crimes?
Are there
Good
war
question.
crimes? What this involved, bro?
What is
What's
this?
a war crime?
Well, certainly your war crime balances out compared to theirs.
Yeah, pretty much in this case.
Right. Then
Like it's part of that particular war crime is kind of a D&D staple.
Bro,
It,
like,
um,
do war crimes even exist when they're clearly your enemy and not your race? Like, don't war crimes like in Froloshire just
shit, we're gonna become racist
you-
in this one.
Oh shit, we are entering bad places here.
I don't.
You have opened
It's
the
like
can of bad
Froloshire
words.
Froloshire is a pretty much entirely human continent. So, do their laws about war crimes even apply to the Varangians?
Are there laws
Do the
about war
Varagians
crimes?
even give a shit, is the question.
Do we give a shit?
Well,
But
Gale
back to the
certainly
game.
doesn't seem to give a shit.
Yeah, so then we just say there are no war crimes in Froloshire.
They are.
There's no
Anyway,
war in
this-
one
Basing
of them.
Say.
There is no war in Basing Say.
guys, can we go back to the game? Yes.
Let's
Yes,
go
we
to the city.
So,
What are we
Yeah.
doing here on the
Gale
road?
has mounted his horse and says, "We will not follow this road any further. I will lead you to Archport through one of the back pathways."
Ah, that's what I like to hear.
At the moment, Nishara has put some looks at the weapons, but did not look at them like looking at them. She
Yeah.
noticed them though. So
You essentially saw the same thing as Casimir did with, like, meta-wise, that's real high quality. Like, that's
Yeah.
really good metal.
but instead of just looking at it, she just glanced over. So
Yeah, it's kind of like you have been trained as a merchant to recognize good materials when you see them.
yeah,
And that's
Right.
pretty much
But-
just like, that's really high quality.
so she rides
Alright.
up to Kashmir and asks if when they are back, if she can look at them more closely.
I go to her and say, "This you could, but like we're not gonna sell this.
No,
We're gonna-
no.
We're gonna like, I
Melt
know we could reforge it, I say, or we're just gonna give it to our for the defenses because one
And the
blacksmith
city, yeah.
because one blacksmith is not gonna produce enough."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With the number of ships you
Alright.
saw.
Not for
Meanwhile,
you guys.
Gale says, "Everyone, gather round, gather round."
Yeah,
Yeah.
around, it's part of it's hug
Like
time.
little children time.
Yes.
Astorios
Not
is
like
still at the road.
But
Shit.
just for you guys,
Oh, wrong.
Nishara hasn't told anyone about that she recognized the armor.
Yes.
All right. So, guys, obviously we cannot head down this road. There are two routes, alternative routes, back to Archport. And since we're all in this together, I think I need to console you on which one you want to take. Sounds fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we can head south to the river, to the Dew Creek, cross it, and take the eastern road into Archport. We can also find our way through the mountains, over the mountain paths, and approach Archport from pretty much above. And then climb our way down.
That
I ask about the first path and say, what kind of environment is it?
Hilly mountains, but the Dew Creek is a very rapid river in this part.
I look at myself and Astorius and say, and to Gale itself too. We're like heavily armored, and if we
It's
fall
cutting
in,
out.
we're heavily armored, and if we fall into the river, we're done for.
There are
it's
some
not a good
forts.
idea. I agree with.
There are some forts, but it has been raining lately, so the creek could be swollen.
That's even worse for us and the horses itself.
yeah.
Gil
Both
nods and he says,
sound
"I
worse.
agree, it would be dangerous. It would be, but so are the mountains."
So is this road like? There's no good option here.
Gil
the
again
mountain's probably
agrees.
the closest one, wouldn't it be?
Which
Huh?
would be the closest one, Matt? Say again.
Mountains would be the closest one, wouldn't they?
Wait,
Yeah, it would be the shortest one, but not necessarily the
Wait.
easiest one.
then I add, the Dewridge River, is it called, right?
The Dew Creek.
Yeah, the Dew Creek. It's a raging river. When we were at Dewridge, there were ships going up the river, so we
Yes.
could find Ferengians there. And
They can
For
only
sure.
head inland for a few miles before they run into rapids. It wouldn't do them much good.
it's still a chance they would be scouting around the area, no?
There could be, yes.
So the mountains is a better option because
Mounts also give you a vantage point.
Indeed, they do.
They do, yes. Alright, so mountains it is then. We take the mountain paths.
May I suggest a third option?
Oh, yes.
Keep it following the road, but keep it at a distance. So it will take us longer to get there, but we can keep an eye on what's on the road.
That would be of no use since before the road reaches Artport, it needs to follow the very narrow coastal plain where there is no hiding spot.
so it is time for the mountain.
The last like 2 kilometers to Archport, there is no cover. It's just a small beachy plain that leads along the coast, which the road follows. So it could work until the last 2 kilometers or something like that.
So,
Um,
mountains seem to be the one way we were planning to go then.
Yeah,
Well, if everyone agrees, yes.
I agree.
I think it's the safest bet.
Astorius?
Jogback?
Well, it is either the mountain or follow the road at a slightly distance.
You can try the river, but
Well, consider I'm wearing a fucking breastplate, so
Yeah, everyone, pretty much everyone has actually armor that's not really all that good in water.
Yeah.
alright. So, mountains?
I mean, jog bags from the mountains, like jog bags from
Yeah,
the
like
that's fine.
Jogback probably knows that
Mountains
mountain.
it is. Alright. We don't have a mountain road map, I believe, Beth.
Nope,
so
we don't have that because yeah.
Let's just say you traverse the mountains pretty unscathed, like some cuts and bruises from falling and tripping, but
Rather, you reach the peaks above Archport
Yeah.
and get a pretty good view of Archport.
yes.
And
What
I
do we
will
see?
What's happening in Arch?
I will load you into Archport.
I will go
Shit,
take a quick piss. I will be back in a minute.
Yeah.
I go to Astorius before, when we are before the peak, and I say, if I see fucking ships there, I swear to God,
and what god would that be?
Wolok.
Swear angrily to Volok.
Yeah, we will have to ask Volok to grant us
Oh fuck!
strength and rage
As
to
I will
overcome this.
center players on front view here. I will
The 7 gigabytes is taking for Archport.
yeah. It's
Insane right now.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We are loading into Archport.
I'm already loaded.
I'm already loaded into
Where are the
Archport.
mountains?
Yeah, which mountains? The top
where
or the
are
low?
we?
You're over to the right. You're over to the far right. I would
I
have
do
to
not
add
see any
3.
tokens.
I see too many names. Too
Then
many recognizable names.
I sent you where you are, and I will now place the view.
You dragged us to a grassy field.
There's beyond the ones you can see. There's a fucking ton more ships. Yours is no longer here. Is
Oh,
one
yeah.
you notice instantly. Your ship is not here.
They fucking abandoned us.
1 second. I will add some for us. Let's see here.
Uh-oh.
Where is it? It's B play, right?
Alright, so we crashed the hill. Yeah, the last hill before Archport. And again, it's you get like Dureach vibes. The city is burning. Everywhere they're screaming and growling, and the castle seems to be fine. But when you look closer, there's like a giant mob in front of the gate. Busy storming the southern wall. It's not
Wait,
looking
is the wall
great.
breached?
No, not yet. But they are climbing.
How are they storming the wall? What does that mean? Ladders, siege towers? What's going on here?
Yes.
Well,
now
some of
that
the
we have
more
some.
athletic guards are just climbing up the wall since it's not really a high ground.
How?
Yes, indeed. You see over where. Let's see. I will scroll in here, and I will. Here. Yeah. There's a lot of Varagians outside of the castle. Lot of different ones. All of which are... They're not just bog standard Varagians, that's... You can see that even from where you are. These are all clearly different types of armor, different types of just style, everything. There's a couple of those you saw on the road. And big, you have other big ones. There's a bunch of women too.
Or shoot one. Let's go.
Indeed, which is really, really strange. None of you have ever seen Varagian women, or even heard of Varagian women even being involved in any sort of fighting. There's...
But do they have beards?
Wait.
The women, no.
Well, I'm more concerned of the name, like.
Oh, the name
Shield.
It's a Lord of the Rings reference. Never mind.
Wait.
Well, meanwhile, you continue to look closer and you realize...
Are you serious? Horse shield.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yep.
Alright, but
Oh,
meanwhile, guys, you've noticed the castle is still defended by Geolans. There is arrows flying, being shot from the wall and from inside.
Yeah.
But they are clearly losing.
Yeah. It is.
Bad.
This is a fight that's being absolutely lost, and
They're just making a desperate last stand without really believing.
I'd say we let the king die. He deserves it. He's a
the
bitch.
town itself is just. The town itself is just chaos. There's Varagians running around everywhere. It's pretty much. They came here for plunder. They're grabbing whatever's not nailed down, pretty much.
They came for plunder and they found it.
Exactly. They found easy prey for them.
Can I like
You,
with my like past sessions history roll, where like also know like how some look like, or is it too far?
I mean, you can roll go ahead and roll. I would say back.
Don't see
Did
my
anyone
thing.
have a spyglass with them, or did? What was that?
I don't see my token.
Since you're completely off the world,
You cut out, you cut out.
yeah. Since you are completely off the world, so to speak, like you're not in actual. I will grab your tokens, but you're technically not where you are. I have pointed you down over
You're in
here.
the mountains overlooking the city. So
Yeah.
you're not actually in the...
Essentially, sighting out here on the black, just nothingness here means that
yeah, you just click on the far left of players and then.
I rolled a 14. History check.
you're. Yeah, let's see here. Well, most of your attention will be towards the castle, but then you're also putting some eyes towards the center, towards the town square. Now,
Quite
Yeah,
a bit,
I was about to say that about that.
I see 6 named ones.
I rolled a perception to look
yeah.
and see which ones are interesting. Because
As
if
far
you
as I
don't
don't
look, you don't see anything.
Yeah.
You can roll history, but if you don't see anything.
Yeah.
But I rolled a 17 in.
Yeah, you
Hey, I'm on
see.
the map.
You see absolutely this. Yeah, you're not
Do
supposed
I
to be on the
recognize certain armors or?
Oh yeah, you absolutely recognize. You recognize this right here. That's unreal. That's high quality elite armor from Ind. That's the sort of stuff for a captain of the guard.
I rolled a perception check of 18.
Yep,
One high.
That is good.
You notice in your corner of your eye the mouth of the Shire just opens and amazed but also sort of shocked. A mix of amazement and shock.
Can I just say that Sartorius has wandered off into the city?
Yeah, he has not, because he has not rolled anything for that.
I didn't think.
Back into the class with you. I have kind of hidden you under Gale there, but fine.
Okay. Oh shit. Casimir is a question mark. Is this normal?
I'm not a question mark for myself.
I can still see you as normal, so. It should-
Okay, there we go.
With 18, do I
Okay,
see?
Gale, get off on top of me. Don't get on top of me, Gale.
Let's see, 18. With an 18, yeah, you can see. You see what you can only guess is the man-eater. And
He's
Igrim himself. Staring each other down. The man-eater being damn near 10 feet tall. Flanked by nowhere near his size, but gigantic Dragians. Similar to the Blood Ragers. But these ones, something about them is just not right at all. It's not there is the sort of their posturing, and from what you can see of them, they seem sane. And that's bad.
But
Well, what,
Fadar-
I have to say this: they look fucking buff. They look like fucking vampires that has been worked out.
But Vadar is a blood something,
Yeah, Blood
which is
Rager.
also insane. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. What the rumor said was he's a sated Blood Rager, one that keeps his mind. A Blood Rager that has kept his mind.
So, now, we have established the situation and done our perception
And
check.
similarly, you have seen. Again, you saw Igrim.
So, Gale is pretty much in shock. He has long vacated his desire to go down there and fight. Yeah, he's like, this is not happening. He
Yes.
tells you, this is my home, and it's burning.
Yeah.
He's in shock. He just doesn't know what to do right now.
I will quickly go ahead and see if I can't throw in their actual art. One or the other. We'll see if if everything breaks from this.
Oh shit. Cross your
Let's
fingers.
see. First, the one on the left, on the top. That's gonna end up like a fucking token, isn't it? Cancel that. It should have been on that layer.
What are you doing, bro?
Showing off the art if you go into the center.
Ah, yes.
I will move this one up a bit so he doesn't have a bunch of tokens sitting on him.
Wait,
That's
but he doesn't have a hand,
wait.
it's like an axe hand?
What the fuck? I want that axe.
oh yeah.
Well, that means losing a hand.
Yeah.
No. Make a shaft.
That's this guy.
That's cool.
Ah,
That's good
X-Hand.
art, bad.
That
X-Hand.
would explain why he's called Axe Hand. That would explain.
Indeed.
The
wouldn't it?
Butcher.
Yep,
I don't see... No, never mind.
then we have...
If he has a pig hanging from his waist, then I'm very concerned.
Nah, I expect some Butcher knife. A question mark.
Okay, giant
So
question.
mysterious.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, we can see it. We can see it.
That's the guy in the center.
That is an axe.
Oh yeah,
You want that one?
that's this boy.
I see it. That's a two-handed one.
No, he's holding it with one though.
Oh yeah. Like that's a two-hander, but he can just fucking hold that with one hand.
Hammer foot. Does he have a hammer as a foot?
What? Funny you would say that.
No.
No. Not like that.
Why do I get the feeling that before he was a pirate, he was a...
Question mark. Question mark.
What?
Why? I called it.
Yep, that's...
He has a fancy sword. Oh.
Wait, he has a rape?
Yep, that it does.
What the
That's
fuck?
him.
But he shouldn't be able to balance that well on that leg. So.
Take off his leg.
Yeah, aim for the leg, the arrows. You shoot well, right, Ariana? Imagine it just pops out from under him, pluck, and he falls to the ground, and he's like, ah.
I wouldn't try that if I were.
Fucking burn his leg, like torch, yeet, leg.
Alright, so is anyone gonna console the obviously shocked kid?
I think we're all shocked, right?
Yeah, we,
I
like
mean,
I would say.
your city that is burning?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait until after I actually got to see what they're looking at. That's the man-eater.
Oh, he has
He
a
looks
hook.
nice.
My guy has a hook.
Bro, he has like a butcher's knife.
Oh,
That's not even
yeah.
a word anymore.
I think he's more fitting around for the nickname Butcher.
I think he also eats men, but like, if you look at his breath, it's like, fun smile, fun smile.
I mean, if I have to say this, he has a face that, I hate to say this, but he has a face that looks like he's about to rape you.
Well,
Wait,
technically, eating you would be unconsensual, so technically he would.
It would be a violation, yes.
in character, I see that like the group, like one eye and the man-eater are like close to the red lobster. They go like sarcastically, no, the red lobster, here.
Where the fuck?
I like it.
This one,
Yeah, but what I'm slightly like, how shall I describe it? Like concerned, like
There we go.
with a horse shield. That among them, there's only one guy among them. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. There's
Like-
one eye.
He looks like he would understand.
He's old.
He's wise.
He looks nice.
He looks like the grandpa who would tell you stories before bed.
Yeah.
And
He looks like he can be reasoned with.
you remember also the whole thing, why the dwarves are after him. That their grindstone.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Or the whetstone.
the whetstone, the dwarf ones. The dwarf.
Yeah,
It's like a. What was it called? The whetstone?
the whetstone of what's the fucking name?
Oh, I know what it does. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
It fucking cuts everything in like.
Yeah, the thing that
Fair.
lets him cut, that makes a normal scythe cut a rock. And as you can see so far, there we have him.
Oh no.
Our
I mean,
fortune.
look at him. He's surrounded by women. That pervert.
Bro, he's surrounded by
Or
scary looking women.
Oh yeah. Like, these aren't for show.
Ariana and them are like relatable, scary looking women around them.
Yeah. He's got a lot more women.
Yeah, I've counted 12 already.
Yeah.
Oh, I just found number 15. He's got a lot more girls.
Yeah.
Alright,
And
establish the situation. What do you guys want to do?
yeah, you wanna console Gale about that essentially the red
I'll console Gale.
the red lobster,
Gale, it's okay, man.
despite how
We're
it looks
gonna-
on the map, it's a fucking ruin. That's how you can even see Auric. Because he's leaning on the ruins. Buildings have been knocked over.
I go to Gil and say, is there like an outpost or something here for
What do
you
you
guys?
mean outpost? This is our main military base. They just overran it.
Yes, but where the fuck are we gonna go then, Gil? But here, I suppose.
He's visibly like, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Gil, I look to him and say, is he like distressed or some shit?
He looks fucking distressed.
I slap
is
him on his, I slap his head and say, focus up. Are there other kingdoms here?
Oh, of course there are, but
Where? Closest one.
to the west. To the west, Livonia.
There we go.
How many days?
At least 10.
And that's the closest one?
At least 10. We cannot head to Livonia. They won't
Closest-
help us anyway.
They will help if they see this. We still have this body.
We are their enemies. Geola are their enemies. They won't
And?
help us. They'll be happy about this.
Oh yeah, they will be happy when they're gonna get attacked next, no?
They won't believe this.
We have the body.
We have... I look at the body. That one! And second... Do they only eat meat? That's like... I just wanna know.
Who?
The Feragians.
You don't really know their diet.
I say, we could burn this farm. And then go.
You guess it's kind of already on fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
then we just can go.
Oh,
Scrap the-
before you leave, you
If
have
you wanna-
noticed that above you, it's stormy. It's really fucking stormy above you. Dark clouds.
Oh,
Lots of dark clouds, in fact.
In
Dark.
the distance, you hear a thunder crackle. It's not about over you yet, but you hear thunder approaching.
Yeah, you
and
hear
Gale
thunder.
sighs and says, "At least that will put out the fires."
And let's see here. I'm gonna
We might want to look for shelter.
now from above you.
Oh shit.
Gonna here. Going to the flip and also apparently I guess it decided to stop playing. No. I'll just get the thing to start playing again. Yes, now above you, you hear the striking of wings.
wait. Did you
Wait.
say wings?
Wings?
I said wings.
Shit.
Oh,
Bro, what?
as
Yes.
God.
a massive bird swoops from over you. It just flies past you.
What the fuck is that?
It is,
Donor bug.
Jeez.
from what you can see, that this thing is just... It is a gargantuan eagle covered in just thunder and lightning as it circles around. This gargantuan bird.
I'm writing, my guy.
We're just holy shit. Yeah.
Right now, right.
Already added
Meanwhile,
shit.
Gale has kind of, well, gotten out of his what the hell, and he says it's gonna strike the cat. Isn't it?
It flies around, flies towards the castle. I need to set this to not be snapping, and also move the camera.
Giant electric, right?
Yeah, giant electric. Yes, it's like it's as if a storm cloud, just mid lightning bolt, decided that it's a bird now.
That's a good description.
As the gargantuan bird flies towards the castle, lines up towards the gate, swoops, and just crashes, breaking the gatehouse, the gate, throwing everything in its path out of the way. And it sounds like a thunderbolt. It just sounds
Well,
like
that's fucked up.
thunder when it just crashes into the gate.
Alright, after it crashed into the gate, the crowd in front of the gate starts cheering and storms through the breach.
Indeed.
We might have to get out of here, guys. I think we're a bit overmatched.
A bit.
And
A bit.
A bit.
as it now has opened the gates, it takes flight again towards the square, where it lands, and
On a horseshoe?
one second.
And
He's loading.
Yeah, I am. An individual jumps off the giant bird.
Oh shit.
already thought, where the fuck is Haldor the Black?
Right
Just
there!
leave.
That's where he is!
He's on the square.
I need to write more.
Write it down, write it down.
Indeed. You also see he's wielding a gigantic hammer.
Wait,
A
the
gigantic hammer.
artifact.
Indeed.
The
You are right now witnessing the new donor canon. He is wielding Mother. The Varagians have a new king. It is a plunderbug.
Nice.
Not nice, bro.
Oh, fuck.
That's oh fuck.
That is very much a no fuck. And
I think it's nice.
Oh, observing all this, Gale.
Here we have him also.
Who is this? Who is that guy? Yes, who
That's the
guy
new king of the Bulgarians.
there we have him in the square.
That is a big hammer.
Indeed.
Bro, this hammer is as big as his torso.
It's by far bigger than those.
Just licking his upper body.
Guys, One hand, remember.
One hand.
It rests on his shoulder, though. He is cheating a little bit.
As far as you can see, he seemed to be wielding it without, as if it was goddamn weightless for him.
It's like a hammer you use to hammer nails.
Yeah, it's pretty much, that's the sort of weight it seems to be for him.
So, what are we going to do?
That Gil stutters a little. Well, we can't fight that. So, and we can't head to California because they'll kill us.
Where's our next allied nation? Your allied nation.
We don't
think-
have any.
Where are you neutral with?
We don't have.
Well, it's easy.
We are not
to-
really friendly with our neighbors, okay? They don't really like it.
Let's put it this way. Kayola does not exist anymore. So you're basically countryless.
Well, yeah, Gale looks at you. Doesn't exist anymore. We have other cities. For all we know, only Dewreach and Archport have been attacked, which are pretty close to each other. But there's still Spring Meadow, Thornburg,
Yeah, but
Baron.
What's the most fortified city?
That would be the Thornburg, but it's also the furthest.
Yeah, I'm not going
go
there.
there.
We go there.
The Thornburg is not gonna hold up against that bird.
Nothing is gonna hold up against that
you
bird.
need allies.
Yeah,
You are really not from around here, are you?
I go to Nashar. If you already seen this nation, the capital, you could not expect them if the other nations are more developed than this. There's no way they're like on match with the Valachians, us,
But that's just...
your country.
Or the Int.
Yeah, or in.
Or
Do you
any one country from the other continent. Or the other side of the continent.
Never mind, I'm not gonna say shit.
Alright.
I wanted to.
Alright, so Gil asked, you're not from around here, are you? You're really not from around here.
No. We're from countries stronger?
Have you ever been to Froloshire before?
No.
No.
He sighs
you ever
and he
been
walks
to
over
Intu?
to a. He sighs and he walks over to a sandier patch of rock. Meanwhile, he grabs his sword and he starts drawing into.
There's nothing we can do.
The softer thing. And he says, "All right." He draws a peninsula, way far to the east. He says, "This is us. This is Geola. Yeah, we are on a peninsula. We at the far eastern bit of the continent. West to us." Our only connection to the wider continent is the Kingdom of California. We are not friendly with them. We are very much not friendly with them. Further to the west, there's people that don't really care about us, but they don't hate us either. The Kingdom of Futrinia, and to the north, the Kingdom of Muvar. There's nothing we can. No, let me. To the west of Mufar is the Kingdom of Strumibar. They're somewhat friendly with us since their king is distantly related to our king. They're not cousins, but they're like 2-3 generations back. They share some relatives. You also have the Grand Duchy of Pecan. They're friendly with about everyone because they're traders. They don't really mangle in the other affairs. Well, everything is the California's border is at least a 10-day ride from here through difficult country, since the only road out of here runs through death, as he points to down to Archport. So we really don't have any options, since we cannot get a ship. Also, because the only 2 ports in the region, well, you know what happened to that. It says, so we have really no option to. I guess we can head south. Well,
What's
north
south?
there is nothing. North there's sea and mountains.
And what's there south?
Well, south is the southern part of Geola. There's the Spring Meadow, the Vornberg, Crocairn, and the border with Livonia. Really.
I say to all of us, we should go there. Like, you could say this kingdom is fallen. Probably the king is fallen too. I look up. Please, the king is fallen. Like, pointing my finger up to the sky. Please, say the king is fallen.
Gales looks at you somewhat distraught, but he says, I think that is a safe bet looking at what that bird did to the castle.
We fucking went
Oh well,
on.
rip.
No,
At this point, you do not know, but it's a safe bet. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
What do you want to check, Nishira?
No, I don't know. I know nothing.
What did you want to check?
That. You don't want to check it anymore.
Let me
I-
hear what you wanted to roll.
Well,
Huh?
basically, I was rolled history to if I can recall anything of the last invasion of Varangians. How many people? Yeah.
yeah,
right.
same. That was literally the same what I wanted to roll for.
Oh yeah, roll with advantage, Casimir. And Artorias roll also with advantage for that.
Yeah, because Artorias' family was in
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
something that's really important to your family, so you're gonna be rolling with advantage.
Would Nishara also know something about that?
Not that much, because like it didn't happen on Ind.
Yeah, that's true.
Roll
But
again?
have
I mean, you
heard
rolled
story.
one before.
Oh yeah. I rolled for-
Artorias,
Roll
Where's my character?
history.
above Gil.
Yeah, it's over in the character corner.
In the character corner. In the black, in
I-
the character corner.
It's not where it used to be. I didn't see you guys move it. I see Nishara. I don't see.
Oh, you should be above.
Yeah,
Like,
you're just above Gale.
Gale's next to
But where,
me.
guys?
It move Astorius.
I will
Let me
just do
check
this.
out. I'll just look at the stream. It's
There you are,
loading
now.
for some reason.
I've centered you, so now you should be able to find stuff.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Please.
Okay. I roll what? Investigation? History?
History. Roll twice.
Please.
Pick the higher one.
Astorius, know your family history, please, please.
14.
Oh, he knows it somewhat better than you do.
Oh, come on. 14's a good roll.
It's okay.
It's your family history.
Let's hear.
You guys are like, oh, it's not a 25. It sucks. You smack your face on the ground.
That's
So
not what
roll
we
a
can
history
do.
as well.
Yeah, Yogbag, you can actually roll. 14.
Well, it's as good as it.
Well,
That's as good as it's gonna get.
it was the countries that were involved. Let me open up that document real quick.
Well, they asked about numbers for Plundervark, not about the countries involved. Right?
No,
I
no,
remember
no,
the
no.
countries involved.
The countries involved. How much
Yeah.
it took to stop them.
Yes, that's
Alright.
what I'm gonna be.
I remember it by the last session. You told about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
The math.
has been said before, so write it down, write it down.
Yes, let's see here. The nations. Valatia.
Fuck, time to write again.
Gran Khazar. Let's see. Second here. It's a lot of this here. The Northern Kingdoms, or rather the Northern Kingdom, before it got turned into the Confederacy of the Clans, because it doesn't exist anymore. The, well, northern part of the Northern Kingdom, which turned into the nomad tribes. The Principality of Janasta. The Solostorian Empire. Mercenaries from the Deregum Empire. And from the Dwarven Kingdoms. and the dukedom of Bevelion were also involved in fighting off the last Plunderwag.
That's a long list, bro.
It is pretty much the major
The
powers.
civilized world.
Yeah, the major powers of Verd were involved in stopping the last Plunderwag.
So
Sorry,
as you start as you guys start calling those, I'm looking at Gil. I'm like, you need allies. I don't care if the neighboring country does not like this country. You need allies. Without it, your country is lost. So you
Even
get
with it.
Gil not
that aside,
solemnly.
give that man some hope.
Gil not solemnly. We do.
Yeah.
So your best guess is going to the other country and ask for aid.
I'm just a mere lieutenant. What can I do?
Well, tell what you have seen, and tell them what's coming if they don't act up, like your king did.
I'm in the military of their enemy. They'll stab me on sight.
Not if you leave your insignias as such and heraldry aside. Become a traveler like us.
Then I would also leave my credibility for them to believe me.
Gil.
No, we are there with you. We go there with you.
He sighs. I guess that would change things a bit, yeah. Thank you.
Because if you don't do that, you should. You can climb down and just go stand there and say, "Here I am," because you will end up anyway. That if we go south, it's a death trap.
He looks around like he just realized something. And he looks down at the stables at the garrison. Is it just me, or are the stables empty?
Oh shit.
And he looks back at you. Do the Varians do something with horses?
They're more, I say to him, they're more like sea people, so I wouldn't think. And you saw the column.
So they won't have need for our horses, right?
No.
Where are the horses?
Ooh. Probably your, like a eureka moment. Probably your commander or someone took it with a couple of per people.
Or your king.
Now, if it is the king,
All right, he turns back to you. All right, he says. He says,
I'll
all right.
be in depression.
There's nothing we can do anymore. The king's alive.
You know these guys. You know these guys. How would they have approached the city? You can see the ships. Would they have approached the city from land?
No, they're not known for such.
Are you sure?
Yes, you saw the last column and do reach. They approached it by sea.
Oh, we were never there for this.
Yeah, but the column didn't own. Did the whole column have horses with them? Did you see any horse?
Not a single horse was with them.
He sighs. I know it's a far stretch, but if the garrison saw them coming from the sea, knowing it was futile, could they have fled? Could they have gotten through?
Yes.
They could have, but to where? We did not see them, so they went south. Or is there another way out?
No. Well, yes, you can take the eastern road, but that doesn't lead to any major settlements.
Does it lead to where your like king's third generation cousin or some shit is?
No. The eastern road leads east. There's this coastal plain with some little farming hamlets on it, and just a vast wilderness.
But why are we like saying?
So they would have headed south. They would have headed to Spring Meadow. If someone got out before they really started sacking the city, the only viable option would be Spring Meadow.
So I look around. Time to go to Spring Meadow.
I don't want.
Meanwhile,
to
Gale
get-
looks slightly more teary, realizing there might have been people that got out.
We are on the mountains, right? Can we look from the mountains towards the south?
No, not really, because
There's another mountain.
Artsport is on a small coastal plain, and south of Artsport, the mountains almost touch the sea. It's like 2 kilometers between the sea and the really steep mountains. So
Nice.
you can't really see. You can see down that small coastal plain, but there's nothing to see really, because there's all mountains in the way.
Yeah, and also wilderness and stuff like that. It's difficult
Yeah.
to see anything, and you don't
Yeah,
really know.
what I basically meant, if we are on top of the mountain, we can look onto the other side of the mountain and see what's there.
Nah, it's too far away. Like the southern gate of Artsport is like 1 kilometer away from you already. You can't really distinguish anything from that distance.
Yeah, but if there are a large group of horses running around somewhere, you can see those.
Well, ask Gil about that.
It's more or less a case of like you're essentially sitting somewhere around here-ish, and there's mountains blocking.
Yeah, but
In a
I'm
semicircle like this.
asking, is there a way to get to the south on top of the mountains to look southwards?
Yes,
The-
it's just
Yeah, sure. You
climbing
can just
across the
trek over
mountains.
the mountains. Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah.
Because then we can safely stay on the mountains, have a good vantage point, and see if we spot the group of horses.
Yeah, if you would see, like, yeah. And
And
what
we
you
might-
do know is your ship clearly have gotten away from
Yeah.
this because it's not deep enough to sink here. Like, it would poke out, masts would still be visible.
Yep.
If it would have been sunk.
So I most likely fled before the Varangians arrived.
Yeah, they most definitely spotted them before they arrived.
All right. So off character now. You have 2 options. You can. Well, no. You point out the options you think you have.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cut it out for you.
We can go to Spring
Spring Meadow.
Meadow or the.
But you don't know anything about Spring Meadow. Just that it's the next town down the road.
I mean, they don't really know anything about any of the towns.
Yeah.
Well, you can. You have a local with you.
Yeah, I
but-
mean, same goddamn situation then.
Yeah.
Does he know what happened in these hours?
Yes. It's basically Nishara is basically very plainly, or you go into the south, which is basically a death trap in the hope there are a few horsemen there, which clearly can't stop them. Or you go to the east, northeast.
Well, if you head east, you eventually need to head north or south, since you'll just hit the sea.
Yeah, but I meant I don't have a map of the continent, so I have no.
Well, you
clue.
have a local, so he
Yeah,
describes
but
it to
for me, for my
Visuals.
visually,
Yeah, for.
visually, I can't see where we are and where
Well,
we need to go.
Yeah, I need to.
I have a map, but Bab told me not to give it to you.
Shush.
Wow.
You don't have an actual map in character of the entire place, no.
Yeah.
No,
So that's why Nishara is asking, just vaguely describing where to go to the other kingdoms.
Yes. Where was that?
So you want to head east across the mountains until you hit the sea. Then what?
No, that's just an
No,
option.
no, no, no.
Do you go north or south?
No, that's an
Because the
option.
peninsula
No,
is
You-
small.
Let me say this out of character right now.
Yeah.
Nishara is saying the direction she thinks the other countries are. So it's
No, they are
up
to the west.
Gale.
Gale
Yeah.
already told you they are to the west.
Yeah, okay. Basically, that's what I wanted to know.
Alright.
Out of character, because
Yeah.
the knowledge is for my character, but out of character, I don't have the knowledge. So that's was where I went for. So
Yeah.
I'm not going east. I'm basically my character said, or we go to the other countries. But in my mind,
Yeah,
Mind's
that would
eye.
be
It
southwest.
was to the north, southwest.
It's essentially, no matter where you go, it's pretty much south that is the direction to go.
Yeah.
From
North
like,
is just
Yeah, because
very tiny
in my mind
peninsula.
in my mind's eye it was the complete opposite direction.
All right.
yeah, so now we cleared that up.
Everything in Froloshire is to the west of Geola.
Yeah, pretty much. You're in the
Geola is the easternmost part of the continent.
yeah, you're kind of sitting on the California of
Yeah, the Baja California Peninsula. That would describe Geola very good. Yes.
Yeah. You're
It's a bit wider, but the same idea.
So
And kind of
spring, go to spring something, or
Spring Meadow,
or go to
the farming hamlets and wilderness until you hit the coast to the east.
yeah, so
Spring Meadow.
yeah,
Yeah.
sounds reasonable enough.
Well, then I'm walking up to saying to the group, like, wondering, did our companions survive or had they managed to escape?
If the ship isn't here and it isn't sunk, I would say they survived.
Yeah, but
Well,
they saw us
the ones that
bodyguards.
were on board when they hit would have survived.
Yeah,
The ones that were in the city,
you don't know.
well, I don't think they will wait for them. You know?
They
No,
would
but-
not stick around and wait. No.
Yeah, but Astorius and I could probably guess the Frolochians are in the ship because sunlight.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like they definitely did. That's more or less the whole reason why they brought you along was
Yeah.
they need people that can be out in sunlight and
All right, so what do you want to do?
Go
And then, of course, tell Gale so he can guide you.
I would say go to Spring Meadow.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Spring Meadow?
Why?
Why bet for a small group of horsemen while we know from history we need at least an army of multiple countries.
Because that's literally the next town over, and where all else. We're gonna pass that town if we want to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Spring
Meadow is at
where's
the neck of the
tiny map you
peninsula.
have?
If you want to get off the Geolan Peninsula, you need to press Spring Meadow.
Yeah,
It should
but
have-
that's not how you told it. So in my mind's eye again.
Confusion,
That's-
plain
I
simply.
want to show
Yeah.
you map, but I can't show you map.
No, then you need to tell to get through the other countries you need to go through.
Yeah.
That certain town. Instead
Or
of you
through
can
the
go
world.
there and you can go there, you can go there. That is just
You have
creates
two
confusion.
options to get off the peninsula. You can take the well-traveled path which leads to Spring Meadow, or you can just track the wilderness down the eastern coast.
Most likely still towards Spring Meadow,
Well, yeah.
but it's the case right now of do you want to try and travel on the road, or will you try and go through the wilderness towards the south, towards Spring Meadow?
I would suggest through the wilderness.
Indeed, considering what you saw.
I think they will
I
launch the
agree.
roads.
Indeed.
Maybe you
agree.
should ask Gale what he thinks the best route would be.
Gale, what do you think?
What do you think?
Well, the road leads all along the coast, right until Spring Meadow. They are seafaring, as you said, so that would be suicide, right?
Yeah.
So we need to travel through the interior of the peninsula.
Yeah.
He says that's hard country, boys. That is hard country.
And girl.
And
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
and
That's it. That's hard country. It's not
So
going
is
to be an
in-
easy. Yeah, but it's not going to be an easy journey. That's what he means.
Yes.
But we can do it.
No?
Gale has done it before. He's familiar in those parts, but that's also why he knows it's hard country. So
Yes.
heading off then.
Yes.
And
All right.
I
Let's go.
believe we're going to end it there. That's pretty.
We're going to
Yeah.
end it there.
Yeah, because
Alright.
Yeah,
we don't have the materials for other places right now. We don't have.
It's wilderness,
that's
bro.
a good idea, boys.
Yes, but we're gonna need maps and stuff for encounters and stuff like that.
Bro, they
Nora?
still gotta encounter you know who.
Yes, and that you know who doesn't have an encounter place.
How come you didn't think of that? You knew this was gonna happen. Alright then. I guess we need to finish it. Well, you
Alright,
can
boys. That was
you
fun.
can use the roadmap, right?
Way too early for that right now.
What? To use
There's
the
going to
roadmap?
be some more stuff in between first. Sure, because a bit of a shorter one this time, but
That well happens.
fair is fair. You have had a pretty massive exposition dump on you.
Yeah, and we are players, and players tend to go to places you did not.
Well, we did
Fair.
anticipate this.
You don't anticipate
But
certain
that's
parts
why
of
we
it.
trucked you on a peninsula. So it's not great that we don't have map for this, but nothing we can do about it now.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about players. You don't know what the players are going to do.
Yeah, and I essentially did what I was told to do right now,
Well,
which was
basically, if we were like, oh, we have seen them, and there was nobody here, and the ship was still here, we would have taken the ship and gone away.
pretty much.
Probably, pretty much. So yeah,
But let's see here. This one became the shortest episode so far, but well, that's because there was no combat this time,
that's true. Combat
and
takes
it's
the
still
longest.
over 1.5 hour of roleplay we have done here.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, I wish to just say thank you for playing, dear players, and also music made by Cohen, art made by me, the map assets made by Forgotten Adventures, the framework for, well, tokens and stuff like that, made by Melik. Bye! Stream!
See you, boys.
See ya.